The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are those of the host/guest and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any of BXR entities and those they represent.
Hey, what's up? What? Hey, it's another Thursday, and I figured, look, it's about time I leap up in here. I was trying to get on the level of the day of it being a leap year, so I was like, I'm gonna wait a little bit, right? So I can be on time. So I'm on time, y'all. Today is the leap day. Yes, February 29th, and we don't see February 29th every year. No, we do not. We see it every 4 years, because guess what? I had to do my research, because I was like, looking at social media today, a lot of people was like really confused, like, oh, what is it? I was like, wait a minute now. At least I knew that it was a leap year. I don't know how I knew, but I knew, right? So I did my research, and I got some, little facts about what leap year is and why we have it, for my friends or my fam out there, right? Because y'all my fam, and like y'all know why it does happen, which I felt interesting, because I knew it would be a leap year and stuff. Like, I knew about it, but never really went into ask the why. Like, why do we have a leap year? But anyway, guys, this is the You Better Live show. I am your host, Chess Real, the Empress Lady Cake Mix, and I am ecstatic that you are here with me tonight. Much love, much light if you are joining me. If you are, you know how it go. When you watching the show, shout me out, say hey, so I can give you some love right on back. Then when you give the haze, we get down to the parts of the show where we talking about the what in the world. I need you to come on in here and talk about it, because guess what? Your opinion matters, okay? They say, look, everybody has an opinion like a asshole, right? They say that, and no, yeah, everybody do, right? Everybody got an opinion. I guess that is the truth. But you'll never have to assume on my show if your comments or your opinions is welcome, because they are. So if you are joining me tonight and I get to talk in that talk, make sure you come on right in and talk it with me. So just like I was saying, for those who don't know, and if you don't know, I don't know what rock you living under. But today is February the 29th, 2024, and it is an official year for a leap year. I did my little bit of research, because I was like, okay, I started feeling confused, because when I was looking at social media today, others were appearing to be confused. So I say, hold on. Y'all know you already know Chance Roll don't roll like that. We learn and we grow together. So I said, wait a minute. I'm gonna put it out there, because people be knowing, us. We be knowing stuff, or even holidays and celebrate them, don't even know the meaning behind them or whatever. So let me just get you this right here. Leap year. Why do we have leap year? It is leap year to align our calendar with the Earth's orbit around the sun. So leap year happens every 4 years. Yes, they say how you can kind of dictate it is that if the year can be divided into 4, it's going to be a leap year. So this year, they say it's actually 366 days instead of 365. See, I was wondering that too, because I was like, okay, if they put an extra day in February, do they take another day away from someone else? But no, they do not. It is officially 366 days this year. So you got another day to leap out on faith, okay? Leap of faith, should I say, which is my tonight's topic. So in addition to that fact about why we have the leap years, according to NASA, the Earth takes 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 46 seconds to orbit around the sun. Okay, so the leap year accounts for that difference. So if we didn't do that, we would be like 24 days or something off or something. Look, I look found the facts, you look too, but I gave you the general outline of it, and I had to let you know, hey, what's going down, Shalina Brown? What's up, my good girlfriend? Yes, my sister. What's up, Brown? I was calling you yesterday to say, Shalina, where you at around the town? Because I was going to try to bless us a little bit, okay? I know what Elle fixed been. We ain't been able to go get sushi, and I was like, girl, I'm ready to go past this market and get us some guacamole and some sushi rolls. But you ain't answered. And I think by the time you answered, girl, I was cuddled by myself up in the bed trying to get some sleep. But I am glad to see that you are joining me here tonight. You know, I love you. God loves you. God bless you. And I hope you're going to get something from the show. You always told me that you do, right? So I don't know if you was just saying it because you was my girlfriend. But I appreciate it, sis. And I'm glad that you're here with me tonight. So thank you. Yes, of course. You know, I always try to look, I know that I'm a goddess, right? So I always kind of like speak subliminally, should I say. So with the day being leap year and it just falling on the day of my show, it just came to me. Yeah, leap of faith. That's kind of the wave I've been riding, you know, this whole year. You know, that is definitely the energy of the show to always kind of just be like, yeah, I encourage you to live. So I've been noticing that this year doing my shows when I don't have a guest, it's kind of been going that way just to keep on encouraging y'all to do what you got to do this year. It's all about more love, more life. Let's live. And tonight, I'm going to be encouraging you the whole way through my show to have that leap of faith. Let's talk about it. But before we get to doing all this talking, I know, ain't that something? After I didn't talk the whole 10 minutes, let me get my prayer in and just send some glory up to God. It don't have to be long. I just want to take the moment to say thank you, because I recognize that, he didn't leap me up into this day of February the 29th, and he did not have to do that. So I hope that you recognize that as well. So Heavenly Father, I just come to you today, giving you thanks and giving you praise, Lord, solely just because of who you are, Lord. Continue to guide us, oh Father God. Continue to remove things that bind us, oh Father God, from our destiny, Lord. Continue to have us to look forward, oh Father God, to things, Lord, without knowing all the details, without knowing, oh Father God, exactly, Lord, what it should look like, what it's going to be, Lord. Just keep us, Lord, with enough faith that we just keep on moving, God. Please know, people, everyone that's listening to this prayer, that God loves you, God blesses you daily, and even blessings aren't usually what you think that they should be. Look over your life, and recognize that you are truly blessed. And even though you feeling like you're going through some mess and some whole bunch of other stress, yes, God loves you. God bless you. He's going to continue to keep you. God, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity for me, using me the way you are using me, oh Father God. And I rebuke anyone or anything that feels like they can be using me, Lord. But it's only because of your will and your way, oh Father God, that I am open to be exposed. Amen. I'm open. I'm open to be exposed. I know a lot of times things are not what we want them to be. They don't look like how we want them to look like. You know, we are just so conditioned to think we're supposed to have this and we're supposed to have that right here and right now. And of course, you know, you got to be a go-getter. Go and get it. But I just want you to stay encouraged. I want you to take that leap of faith that says that when it is not going your way, when things are not looking on the up and up, that you stay. Come on now. We already had that series, right? 10 toes down, and that you continue to take your leap every chance you get. Every time you feel those legs want to move and move on something, yes, baby, jump to it. And that's all you got to do, and you're going to be good. Okay? Okay. I'm telling you, God told me to tell you so. But then also know that God can tell you himself. So make sure you talk to him, baby. Talk to him. Like, I'm telling you, you got to know what is going on with you. Now, you know, I'll be thinking like, I don't think I know, right? I'm starting to feel like, oh, yes, girl, you be doing your thing. as far as journalism, because I be calling it. I be like, it's just like happens miraculously, I guess. That usually when I bring topics up on my show and I talk about it, it's like something just like happens where I can come back the following week and give you an update. So a lot of my what in the what's and my what in the worlds tonight are exactly going to be that. And it's just that it happens that way. And God is allowing it to happen for me. But let me also get my birthday shout outs, okay? Birthday shout outs. Yes, there are people that were born on leap years, February 29th. I would not want that to be. Of course, I live for the divine 29. My birthday being 7/29. Yeah, Shalina, who is on here with me tonight. You up next, 3/29. You know, we divine all the time. But if your birthday is on the leap year, how you celebrate it? Do you celebrate on the 28th or the 1st? If it was me, I'd be celebrating on the 28th and the 1st. Every time it wasn't a leap year, I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no harm, because guess what? That ain't my fault. But I guess in order for the orbit to officially around the sun, because that's what they say, right? When it's your birthday, it does have to happen. So if today is your birthday on the leap year, I mean, that is like serious for I look, I talked about how people was confused, right, on just knowing the leap year, but could you just imagine your birthday being on a leap year? Like, how do your parent explaining that to you, telling you it's the 29th, and then you looking on the calendar and noticing, like, wait a minute, where my birthday at? Where my birthday at? Shalina said she started celebrating the 15th of every month. Girl, you know how I do. When Leo season come in, girl, I start celebrating from the 23rd all the way till we going on out. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And hopefully, sis, this year, God willing, okay? You got to be mindful of that, because that's just how precious life is. We are definitely going to be celebrating together. So if you are still reigning in this Pisces season, happy birthday to you. Tomorrow is Miss Terry's birthday. Yes, one of my first boyfriend, Fat Man. Oh, I loved him so much. Aaron Jones. His mother's birthday is tomorrow. And happy birthday, Miss Terry. I doubt that she is watching the show. Look, I always say that, but guess what? I still give my love and my birthday shout out. So happy birthday to you. Y'all know last week I shared with y'all, in the week before that, right, that it was my male best friend, Muff. Yeah, Muff. It was his birthday, and we had a ball. We did, doing the typical stuff that we usually do when we hang together. A comedy show, grabbing a bite to eat. But no, that's all we did. We went to the comedy show, but we laughed. I always say laughter feeds the soul. We were able to go out to the Comedy Factory and see Gary Owen. Oh, look, I'm trying to say it right, because that was one thing he said. He said, I'm in Baltimore, and one more person called me Gary, because my name is Gary. Then he said we keep adding the S on his name. It's just Gary Owen. But hey, listen, and my Baltimore talk, what's up, Gary? He was funny, just like he was the last time. And I know he's back out there this week, too. Yeah, he did like 2 weeks in a row. Yes. So I'm trying to get a date for next weekend, though, to the Comedy Factory. I don't know if you want to go with me, and I be going by myself. My best friend said, I said, you want to go see Earthquake? He like, yeah, after a while, he get one show under his belt. He be okay. So we've been kind of doing that. We went out of town to another comedy show. So yeah, I probably got to catch him the month after next or something about another comedy show with somebody that he's really interested in. But I'm going to see Earthquake. Listen, Shalina, yes, let's do that. Let's start celebrating, girl. Let's go see Earthquake and laugh all time away. So if it's your birthday, when they say keep on living, you is more to life than dying. So yes, you better live. I'm ready to start just getting down into some of my other like what and what's. I know it's a little bit early, so should I start that now, or should I just keep on talking about what I mean about the sleep of faith? No, I think I want to start that now, and I am, and I shall. But this isn't really. I always say that, right? When I first say I'm gonna talk about my what and the what's, then I come back like, hold on, really, this is not a what and a what. But this is just a discussion that me and Marty was having, and now that I got on my mind, I want to bring it up because usually we be having some awesome discussions. We share that with y'all all the time. And then when you get on the air, it kind of just like slips your mind. But as you know, being money have shared before our extra endeavors that we do, right? Falls on the DoorDash. And we was just talking the other day about it and just simply in some type of way being over it. But you got to do what you got to do. And the reason that we are over it, baby, I be trying to take my leap of faith when them orders come past. Okay, I'm going to get it. I'm going to take it here, be going a distance and all that other stuff. But then be feeling some type of way when the person don't want to tip. So, like I said, I would like to educate. I educated y'all on a leap year, and I'm going to be a little bit of the spokesperson for some outdoor stage drivers. A while ago, I seen an article come out basically explaining why, if you were ordering through this system, why you be waiting for your food? And it wasn't lying. You be waiting because you don't be tipping. You know, a lot of the stores, it does be a delivery fee. And the delivery fee, a lot of times, is not real excessive. $1.99. Marnie mentioned he ain't see no more than like $3.99 or have you. And a lot of them be free. So my question is, how you as the customer think that the Dash driver is being paid? They look at it like, oh, well, that's between you and Dash because you're the one who wanted to be driving Dash. But I look at it as like, it's just a courtesy. It's a common courtesy that if you didn't have to do that yourself, yeah, why not tip? I mean, that's how I be when I be in a restaurant. And I don't like that. I don't like going out with people that be feeling like, oh, no, I ain't tipping and all that other stuff. Like, that ain't right. That ain't right. So
That's,
just know what you say, Marty.
and it's because people don't understand that the $1.99 delivery fee is not for us.
No.
That's what they don't understand. The $1.99 delivery fee is because they're offering you all of these restaurants on this app.
Right. And that's for
You're not,
their
if you don't
service.
pay
And
a monthly,
they're
yeah, because you know you can pay that you can pay the $9 and not pay any delivery fee for anything, which is called the Dash Pass.
oh, I didn't know that.
So you could pay $9 a
Oh,
month and not have to
they
pay
set
that
up like
delivery fee.
Amazon Flex and all.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
you pay the $1.90, or you pay the delivery fee to them. Because remember, like I said, DoorDash makes their money from the restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
The restaurants pay to be on DoorDash.
Okay.
Or they pay, well, when you make an order, they get paid out of the money that the restaurant is making. They take their fee out of that money. Just like how a credit card processor operates. When you
Right.
charge your card, they take their money and then give you what's left over. DoorDash does the same thing for the companies. They take their money and give you what's left over. So if you bought a $20 meal, they're going to take their fee out of that and give the store whatever's left over. That's why they offer
Y'all got it?
That's why they offer the low delivery fees, because they say, well, if you give us $1.99, you're paying for us offering you this restaurant at a low rate, at a low fee. So when you think that $1.99 is coming to us, it's not. Because when we see our fee is probably a little bit more than that $1.99. It might be $3, but that's not covering the transportation. That's just covering us going to go pick that order up from that restaurant.
Right. And y'all be wearing extra. Like, I ain't just a delivery person. Y'all be wearing extra like I work in the restaurant.
And I was telling kids yesterday that now when y'all got those special things, I flat out say no.
Ooh.
No. Absolutely.
And that's what fun you say. So that's how when we was talking about it, he say, and I was cracking up. He said, I was so no.
No. She asked me to get her some vinaigrette dressing. No.
No.
You should put that on your order.
You should have put that in the. I don't work for the restaurant. I'm just bringing it to you.
I don't work for you. That's the thing. I'm a dasher. I don't work for you. I'm an independent contractor. I don't work for you.
And I don't work for DoorDash.
And I don't work for DoorDash.
I'm contracted to DoorDash.
So
to deliver
when I
your
say
food.
no, I mean no. I'm not getting you no extra barbecue sauce. I'm not getting you no ketchup. I'm not checking your order. Listen here. And DoorDash has got a problem with telling people to check their orders too. I'm not checking no orders. If the restaurant ain't getting it right, you need to take that up with the restaurant.
Okay.
I'm
And
not
then how
checking your
about when they
order.
do forget stuff? Like, in the beginning, Monty, I used to be real generous. They forget stuff. I go back for people,
Right.
get things, and then to come back and was it's stuck in your order all that
But
time.
see,
I
when
needed
you
to
was
do
being
that.
generous, that was when
And
everybody
you didn't
was
even give me
tipping.
$1.
That's when when you was being generous like that, you noticed that everybody was tipping back then.
Yes.
I don't know
They
what
were.
changed in the last three to 6 months where these people think it's not okay. When you didn't get your fat ass up and go get that food yourself,
Right.
my fat ass had to go get it. And when I got to come up 3 flights of steps and I get to that top floor and then I hit that
Baby.
complete delivery
All
and
these
I
special
know that and I
instructions.
then find out that you did not tip and how bad I want to kick your
Yes.
food against the brick wall.
Yes. You want to supervise how I pick up your food. Then you want to supervise how I deliver your food. And then not only to mention these liars will be lying to where they didn't get their meal just to get something free and be
That
affecting
part.
the dash driver who's just trying to make a honest means of getting some
See, this
extra
should be a
money.
whole entire show because I got so many stories. What did I tell you the other day about the 7-Eleven order? And the girl called my phone and was like, "Can you make sure everything is in the bag?" And I said, "No,
No.
I don't do inventory. This is not RFI, bitch. I'm not doing that."
Yes. And just like I was telling you my story, like before, far as like, your percentage rate and stuff like that. So if people had like, I guess complaints or, you're like not judged, but you get like a percentage rate, like your delivery, how many um
Orders was
deliveries
done
you
on
accept.
time. Your
Right. But you
lateness.
on time, different
Was
things
you
of that
not?
nature.
That's why I said my customer service score is getting ready to go down.
Then
Everything else is going
so
to be
he
high
told
because
me
I complete
no.
all my
But
orders.
they
I
just
complete
didn't
them
say that
all.
it was
Even if I
reset.
know
Was it
I
that the
complete them
completion
all.
rate?
Right, the completion rate. My completion rate is high. I complete all my orders, but
Right.
whether my customer service part, because that's another thing they rate you on, whether you were nice to the customer and all this other kind of stuff, that's getting ready to go down. That one is
Because
probably going
it's
to be a
going
50.
down.
That's
Because y'all
probably going
not.
to be yeah. You ain't gonna tip. You don't get courteous. You don't get courteousness from me.
Yes.
You don't tip.
Yes. Only thing I really had an issue was of course that's why I wanted to bring it up in the tipping issue because it's like damn I went all the way over here brought all this stuff and then some of y'all know y'all be ordering big meals. It be like for the whole
And
family. I got
when you
three.
know you live 15 minutes away from a restaurant, you know damn well you should be tipping.
You know damn well. And then
If you
especially
live
if you got them
15
special
minutes
instructions.
away from a restaurant, you know damn well. If you live in Severn and I live in Baltimore, you should be fucking tipping.
Mm. And
If you
stop
live in
lying.
Dundalk,
It's other ways you can get it free. Say they ain't make it right or something like that. Don't try to penalize me and act like I done took your food.
if you live or work in Dundalk,
Say it. And your
you
food
should be
came all the way from
tipping.
downtown. You should
You
be
should be
tipping.
tipping. If you live in Essex, you should be tipping.
Right. If I was taking too long for your order, so you thought, and you reached out to me, and I sent you notification as to what the issue is, it's backed up in the store and all that, and I maintain communication with you, you should be tipping.
Here's another one. If you live in Ellicott City and you ordering from Macy's, you should be tipping. Your tip should have been $10 plus.
Yeah. When I first started, Monty, I used to bell for me like, why would you order this milkshake from down McDonald's all the way downtown, and you want me to bring it all the way out Essex? I'll go to Ring, and then you complain because it's melted. Girl, I don't know. What you thought I had the machine in my car? Like y'all, so y'all
like,
gotta be
they need
strategic
you
and
running
stuff.
the air conditioner to bring them their ice cream. No, that's not happening. That
Yes,
heat is on.
it's
And when you get that
melted.
ice cream, you better have a straw because it's going to be a milkshake.
Right. It's melted, it's done. And then also like when it is behind or it's some type of delay in the order and I notify them and I talk to them, don't keep calling me.
I just want y'all to know too. This is another thing that probably you need to know that DoorDash now does. If you don't tip, and they now combine your orders with other orders. So
Yeah.
it makes sure your order is last to be
Yeah.
delivered. So your
And
food is
that's why
definitely
it
going to
be
be
taking
cold.
long because I might
They'll
have
put the
two
tip order ahead of
pickups.
you. They put the tip order ahead of you and put your order with $0 tips at the end.
Yeah.
So if you
Sure
got ice
do.
cream, it's definitely going to be melted. Don't let
So
the
if you
hot
don't want to be
caramel be
left
hot.
waiting, y'all better start compensating
Oh, I
for
like that.
people's time. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I
This is
always,
public
even
service
sometimes in a restaurant and stuff like that, even halfway through my service, if I'm out with a large group of people and I know we've been running them, and you know the waiter comes through, whatever, sometimes I slap them a couple of hours before the end of our meal. You know what I'm saying? Because then too, you know, they give you some little extras and some little perks, and they be real generous. So, oh, this child already gave me a tip before. So listen, y'all gotta know how to do what y'all did and stop doing what y'all did at the
And that's
same
exactly
time.
why I even told you this yesterday too. Like now, I actually get my ass up, and go get my food now because if I know if I'm not going to tip or if I don't have the money to be able to afford the tip, then I know I need to
Right.
go get my
You
own food.
understand it. Like, yeah,
Right. Because I
I ain't gonna
know if
do
I'm going to
that.
order from DoorDash that I need to tip. I have to tip. It's not because, not just because I have the experience of being a dasher, a driver that delivers food, but because it's not, it's just about the respect that you knew that you did not want to go pick up your own food. So the courteous thing to do is to
Dude,
provide a tip for
you
that
would
person that
think.
did it for you.
You would think. And then I've also had some people that didn't shock me where it was not a tip on the act, but you know, you go when they give you a cash tip or whatever. So thank you. Yeah, but just be courteous. Like I said before, like really treat people. If we really treated people the way we want to be treated, even though people are individuals and they have a right to be treated
I
how they
tell
want to
people,
be treated.
here's the thing that people should put in their heads too. They need to think of this as if we are hackers. If we are out on the corner waiting for somebody to flag us down and pick them up and take them to the store.
Because that's essentially what we
That's
doing. We be
exactly
waiting to
what
get
we're
the
doing.
ding.
Instead, we're going to go get your food for you and bring it to you. That is not DoorDash's responsibility to pay us for that service. That is your responsibility to pay us for that service because the convenience is that you didn't have to get up to go get it. Somebody went and got it for you.
Tell me about it.
So
And tell
you
me
should
y'all
be
porch
paying
lights
the
on.
driver to do that. Because all, like I said, that $1.99, all that does is give them incentive to get people to come and pick up the food for you.
Right.
Like otherwise, it's free.
Yes, indeed. And make sure y'all turn your porch lights on.
Oh my gosh!
And don't keep trying to get me to come through the backyard and no
I
gate and
walked
walk
through
all the way
one
up to your
spider
yard and
web,
all of that.
and now I don't do it. I call you and let you know I'm
I'm
outside.
outside. I'm not coming through no alley.
I'm
Uh,
not coming through. I'm not walking through
I had
another
one like
spider
that the
web.
other day. Like y'all really wanted me to come through the back and come up in y'all yard and gate and walk through this little path. I ain't doing that.
If you want your food to remain in the bag and not tossed up to your front door, you'll turn them lights on. Because I will never ever walk through another spider web. I promise you. Once
Okay.
is enough.
Okay. Look,
And I
we was
dropped that
big. We
food
had to
so
get that
bad
out
because
because I was like, yes, Marty.
I swung that food. You would have thought I hit it with a baseball bat. And I
Ooh.
slammed up against that storm door.
And that's why you said your score is going down.
I know. Yeah, I got a 1 for that one. A 1 out of
Your
5.
customer rating. I always joke with you and say you is on the exclusive list because my rates don't never show the same rates. Mine
I have
always be
excellent rates. That's the thing. I have excellent rates. Even
yeah.
when you don't tip, I have always had excellent rates. Even though I'll be mad, steaming mad when I get back in the car and I'd be like, you bitch, you did not tip. How dare you make me drive to Severn and not tip?
They be
I
doing
live
it. So we
in
just was,
Baltimore City and I'm
you
driving
know,
to Severn.
we just was letting y'all know. We just was letting y'all know. If your food keep on coming slow, you might need to, go ahead and tip the people. Be a little courteous. Hey, Londa girl. Hey, girl. Hey, I was wondering where you at. Look, you laughing at us. She laughing at us, giving us giving our little backstories and our
Because
experiences
people
about.
think it's greed. That's the problem. People think it's us being greedy or us asking for extra money. No, we're asking for the adequate pay.
Right.
And we can only say this. We can't say this to DoorDash because that's their response. Well, you better tell DoorDash to pay you more. For DoorDash to pay us more. It's for your food to be $30.
The audacity.
If you're
The
getting a
audacity.
$20 order right now, the only way for them to pay us adequately is for the DoorDash order that you are getting to be $30, or the delivery fee to be $10.
They be trying it. They be
And if
trying.
you even recognize that all your little carryouts that do delivery, remember they used to tell you your orders have to be over $15 or for us to deliver.
Yes, and
They
then
had
they
to
still used to be having
qualify.
delivery fees. Some of
They had
them.
to qualify having a driver on staff.
Mm-hmm.
That was the purpose of that, because there is no reason for them to have somebody on staff if they can't pay them.
Mm-mm.
If you're not getting enough food for them to pay the driver.
Right. No longer.
Which
I don't
means
know
that
how they
driver
do
has
it.
to complete 3 to 4 orders in an hour to
Right.
actually
Londa
make
is asking a
minimum
question
wage.
like they don't charge them for the distance. I don't know how they do it, because sometimes I have a location that's like right around the corner from the restaurant, and it'd be more than them trying to make me drive 9 miles for something. So I don't know how
Well,
they do it.
it's not really about the distance. I'm not sure how it's calculated,
Right. I don't know how it's
but it's not
calculated,
about,
but no.
when I do the
When
by the
I tell
time.
you, when I tell you, people be ordering food from gas. At one time I went all the way out Catonsville, all the way out 40 to that Chick-fil-A, and went all the way out, yeah, by Golden Ring, out by the industrial. Like somebody had ordered from all the way up there. So it was a straight shot, 40 to 40. But yeah, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they calculate it. But listen, we just had to vent about that. Just make sure you said, look, take that leap of faith
So
and do
okay,
what's
so
right.
it says base pay is determined by depending on the estimated duration, distance, and the desirability of the order. So that can mean
Oh,
anything.
okay. So all of that is
That
considered
can mean
on that. It's
anything.
the distance, the
The
time that it
last
should
part is
take
the part
you.
that gets you confused. Desirability of the order. So that means that restaurant has to be popular and busy
Mm.
for you to get a
Because they
smaller
get more money from
pay.
them.
Right.
And
For
then
you to get
DoorDash
your
on their
pay.
end is able to pay the driver more.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, I don't know. Listen, it is a
But the
good
bigger
way
pay
to
still
make.
doesn't. It's not even that essential, because it depends on. So if it takes you 42 minutes, and that's usually not right, if you think about it. So remember, if you see when you sign on to an order and it say estimated delivery time within 42 minutes, that's
Right,
usually not right. It's usually only take you 15, 20 minutes to get there.
right.
So that's
You're
usually
gonna be
not right. And that
waiting and
changes
all
the way
that.
the pay is calculated too.
Okay. Hey, Lowe's. Okay, Lowe's. What's going on, Lowe's? Lowe's is listening to the show while he's going to get some food. What you gonna get to eat? Okay.
He ain't doing that.
Look, he gonna go get his.
Exactly.
Lowe's is Lowe's
But that
tipped up
makes
out
a
the
lot
house
of
to went
sense,
to go get his
because I'm
food.
not willing to give up that tip money. I'll go get it myself.
Yes. Absolutely, absolutely. Guys. Okay, they gonna eat good. I don't know. I ain't tipping up out here tonight, Lowe's. Or longer to get me anything to eat. I'm gonna find something in here. I probably eat my leftovers from lunch. Yes, y'all do DoorDash. I know some people be saying they be skeptical about that too, about who's bringing their food and how it look. I mean, time it has changed. Times have changed. But respectfully, the process in DoorDash from a lot of these restaurants, they do seal your bags. So I know they try to do things to avoid that and not the food. And I know that there are situations where people, who are DoorDash drivers do take food or, forget it. In the beginning, I used to always be like, did I take that food? Or if I had, especially when I had the double, I'd be like, oh yeah, I did. Because you be
When I
so much
first
in the
started, I
days
felt
trying
like
to
that.
get it.
When I first started, I felt like that. Did I forget to take somebody their food? Oh my God, I forget to take somebody their food? Did I go all the way home and still got that food in the back seat? And I would go look
Yes. And you'd be
and
like, oh
go get it. And
no.
I'd be like, oh, I did deliver it. I did.
Right. Because sometimes you might got to stop and do something or whatever else like that. But it's all good. It's all good. She says when I did it during COVID, they ate all my kids' fries. They left them cheap for baby. See, look, Londa, that probably was before the procedures was updated, because I
But that's
believe.
one thing I do make them do too. I do make them seal them bags.
Yes, if
Don't
it's
give
not
me no bag
sealed,
that's
like,
open. Wendy's is good at that. They like to give you bags that's open. What's another one that do it?
Put that tape
Well,
on my
7-Eleven.
bag.
7-Eleven used to have the shopping bags where they used to seal the clothes. They don't even do that no more.
No, they put it right in the little
Plastic bag now.
and send you on your way. I don't know what I would do if somebody. Now it's been a many a day I've been in there delivering it, baby, and all that food smelling good, and I'm hungry as to be. But I ain't never went nobody's stuff.
Mm.
That's just the best right there. But I believe you. You know, I'm sure a lot of their procedures
I
and
don't
stuff
go
like
nobody's
that have
stuff.
been
I'm
updated.
good at tossing it. I will toss that food up on that
What you
wall,
say? You good at what?
tossing it up on that wall, up next to the door, like the
We're
like
hitting like
an Amazon delivery.
playing
Just toss it up
horseshoe.
there.
He playing horseshoe with your food.
I
Chill.
told you my customer services ratings is getting ready to go down.
Yes. But just like I say, don't keep on calling me like y'all know me. Someone no chastity. Yes. How far is you away? Girl, like, come
Right.
on with it.
I know one thing I
Right.
do now too. Like, I mean, this is not. I only do this because we can't tell who tips and who doesn't
No.
until we complete the order. So what I do now is go take care of my business. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna go get me something to eat, and then I'll deliver
Me
your food after I
too.
get my grub. If my gas tank is low, I'm gonna go get my
Me
gas before I
too.
deliver your food.
Look,
But it's
look,
gonna be once I accept
I
your
think it
order.
woke me up the first time somebody lied and say they didn't get their food. I was so oh, this the type of games people play. You know, they say it's always one person that mess it up for somebody. Monty said, I be hungry. I'll stop, get me something. Your stuff in the bag.
While your stuff in the bag, I'm gonna get mine.
I'm coming.
They say I got no because they tell you what time you have to deliver this food by.
Right. And what's
Most
the
of the time,
most
it's 20 to
irritating
30
thing
minutes.
too is like when
I,
I deliver to people jobs, hospitals, and different things like that, and y'all want to take your time
most
to
of the
come
time, it's a
downstairs.
20
But
to
if I
30
wasn't
minute gap
there,
from when you pick up
I gotta
the
go. It's
food.
called DoorDash. I'm
Yes.
supposed to be coming to your door and be able to dash away.
Hmm. Right.
We
Right.
always say that too. But all right, thank y'all for listening to our getting it out. Listen, I
I told you
officially
it could be a
no, I
whole
ain't gonna
show.
officially do
I might have
nothing.
to do a
But I
whole
just
show
want to
on
speak
it.
up for the. I was right there. I'm officially classifying as the DoorDash spokesperson, but no, I ain't, baby. I'm just trying to tell you. And look, my friend, I got on red too. You know, that's a DoorDash. I got on red, so I just had to speak up for our door dashes tonight. And then also, listen, I mentioned the leap year, but also listen, if it wasn't for the leap year, yesterday would have been the last day of Black History Month. So today is the last day of Black History Month. So just want to send out a salute to our ancestors. Continue to speak those. Come on now, what I'm telling you, what I'm ready to tell you. You already know them affirmations over your life and continue to pour them libations for our ancestors' life who continue to guide us and protect us. You know, right now we're in our seasons, okay? Just take that leap of faith to build our legacy. We are, listen, that's what my shirt said. Can you see it? Gotta move a little bit. My shirt says, I am Black history because you gotta recognize that what you are doing today is going to be in history. So make sure you're doing the right thing. All right. So I think it's about that time now. If I didn't got that off, I had to do that because I always forget that. And then also putting money on a spot. But guess what? Don't get too excited because he only has personal clientele. I forget every week. And since he has not been coming on Talk Money, you know, a lot of people are feeling grateful that Money is back and working on and doing another one of his many talents, and that is beautifying the girls, right? Beautifying your hands, having them look nice. That's Money. Is a certified nail technician, and he even got back in the game, and he is doing his thing. So if you want to be nailed by Money, you gotta go through me or somebody else that you know. But yeah. But he'll get you right. I'm still, I suppose, I have an appointment tomorrow, but I am very pleased. Some of them are losing up, but I told them the other day I had never gotten a design with stones, and not one of them came off. Even this, I was a little skeptical because I didn't want to tell my friend. I was like, Moni, that's too big. This one here in the middle of the flower. But it was cute. I liked it, but that was the fear. I was like, that ain't going to come off.
You're gonna lose it.
Yeah, I was like, it's going to come off and it's just going to be. But listen, y'all, look, it never came off. It never came off. So, Moni, be ready to touch my paws tomorrow and clean them all on out. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm kind of always like the same type of Jane or whatever. So I might do the same thing and see how I look this time. I don't know. When I come on, we talk about it, but I ain't gonna get on your nerves too much because his customer service was top notch. Did I tip you? Look, while we
you know what we did.
listen, while we talking about tips, because Monty made sure I had a beverage, I had a nice meal and all that.
Oh, yeah, I sure did. I forgot all about that. I sure did.
Yes.
We ate and everything. Yes, we
He
did.
got me food and everything. Yes, that's he did. So it was nice and cute. Guys, come and get nailed by Monty. You will not be disappointed. Monty, I ain't forget this time because every time we get off the air, I'll be like, I'm gonna keep a couple of things up for me, and I'm gonna remember to say something about something. So just like I was telling y'all at the beginning of the show, right? I feel like, you know what? And I feel like that be like my confirmations, like and what I'm doing, regardless of the support that I'm getting, regardless of what it looks like in, me doing my thing, right? It's kind of like God sends me that confirmation, like, yeah, you going right. And why I say that is because, like I be saying, when I talk about something, then something just miraculously happened towards what I was talking about. And what am I talking about? Listen, last week I just now reported to y'all about Portia Williams, Gardabia. I be trying to say it right. Yeah, Gudobia. Gudobia. Gotta say it in that tongue. I don't know, I'm silly like that. Was talking about her and, well, not really her, but her husband and his issues that he was having with gaining his citizenship. And that was on February 22nd, on my BFF birthday, right? So I remember talking about this on 2/22. Yes, 7 days ago, right? So I'm talking about that, talking about the issues that he has, and her husband's name is Simon Gobadia. Simon Gobadia, I believe, is 56, or something like that. But everybody know the backstory as, he was married to someone else, who somewhat considered Portia, a friend, but Portia kind of denied that, and you just say, we knew each other, associates, but not. But I don't know what happened with that marriage, right? But yeah, Portia and Simon, they got married, and they've been married now for officially 15 months. And last week I was reporting on this issue he's having his citizenship. And this week's update is to tell you that, do you know, the very next day, Portia filed for divorce. I ain't lying. Google it. Filed for divorce. Now, I don't know what's going on. Like I was saying, remember I speculated on my last week's show and say, I wonder if it was something, Portia was trying to help him in regards to gaining citizenship. Like, was it really love? Because they used to be booed up and, on stuff. But again, you know how social media is and how things can be portrayed. So you'll never know what is the goings and going on, right? But I did speculate on that. Like last week, we had to clear it up about that Kansas City fan not being one of the shooters. So I speculated and was like, Portia, like I'm talking about Kenya. Kenya's you talking about me as you watching my show. Kenya more. But Portia is like, was you trying to help him or whatever? Or what was going on with the citizenship? I don't know, but it's just weird to me. Now, mind you, I love Portia, and I'm glad to be reporting something about her on my show. Not that she needs me to keep her relevant, but, not really anything bad to say. I think she's a beautiful sister, a beautiful queen. I know that she, wants love. I remember watching that whole series of Love, and no, they was the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Love. I was like loving hip hop, but the Real Housewives, right? And I remember watching them. I remember watching what she was sharing with the world during her first marriage. Really felt bad for her. So just knowing, I'm thinking she found love. They were pulled up. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dang, the day after I reported on his issues with the citizenship. Now here she go, following for divorce. Now, I don't know if him not being able to get that citizenship and different things coming out about his fraudulent activities when he was younger and trying to gain his citizenship came out. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that got Portia like, oh no, now it's time for me to go. But it's something else have come out about some other issues. So apparently he was dealing with his issues with citizenship, trying to get ahead. And like right now, like he's being sued. Yes, he has a large lawsuit. He is being sued for $814,000 to a NetJet company who does like, leasing or private leasing, but it's kind of like done in like a group matter. Like a few people buy into this private jet. Now, apparently, he didn't stop paying, and he owed these people $814,000. Now, according to information that I was reading, the information sources that I was reading, last year he actually came to the table and had a deal to pay them with some interest, but break it down. So I guess it wouldn't go towards his credit, or I guess try to avoid this lawsuit. He paid some type of lump sum, a portion of it, and then like flaked on the deal. Maybe he lost his focus trying to deal with his stuff about his citizenship. I don't know. But now he got this lawsuit, and Portia has filed for divorce. Also, as I seen the shocking information of her filing for divorce, this man that came up, I can't even which one it came off of, but I think on Twitter, because most celebrities, they use Twitter or IG. It's one of those. And he came out publicly and spoke, on her filing for divorce. And he made this statement, which I can quote: "When we divorce, I'll stop loving her." I was like, okay. When they divorce, they'll stop loving her. So I'm thinking he's saying, because they got a little bit, even though he's been over here for a while, going back and forth, they got a little bit language barrier. So when I first read it, I was like, wait a minute, am I reading it wrong? Is he saying that immediately when they get divorced, they gonna stop loving her? But I think that what he was saying is that he still loves her. And I guess he'll know that he has to stop, or I don't know, relinquish that love when the divorce is final. But how does that work? Because like they say once you love someone, you always love them. But I was talking about that day with Londa, right?
I'm also wondering it too, though. Is it because of his immigration issues?
That's what I'm saying. I said, push no one over there.
If he getting deported again, because I think he's getting kicked out again because of the way he got his current green card, his visa. Remember, we were talking about that last week about how he got the visa, but he wasn't supposed to get it. He got it fraudulently in a different name. So I think he's getting deported again.
I think that was it's something going on. It's something going on. Hey, Chad. Hey, what's up, good brother? Chad is shouting everyone out, saying, hi, everyone. What's good? It's always good to have my fam up on here talking this stuff.
That I'm getting text messages now talk about they're going to report me.
They're going to what?
They're going to report me. I'm getting reported to doing that.
Well, somebody because you get text, right?
Yes.
So someone's starting. Look, Monty say he don't care. His rate going down, and he know it because he's saying no.
I accept it wholeheartedly.
I accept it. Everything that comes my way, I accept it. Yes, Bonnie. But yes, Chad, thank you for joining us. We was just now talking about giving you an update on the story that we had talked about last week in, Mr. Simon Goboldia. Issues with getting rejected for his citizenship. And what I learned is that the day after I reported on that, Chad, Portia then filed for divorce. But Chad be doing his thing. I might got throw him in here in a second, because Chad be coming with some of these, be coming with some what the what's too, and kind of giving me a little bit, what can I say, a little bit lean. I be like, let me look into that so I could bring that back last week. next week. But Chad said, I'm trying to process these border trips with Trump and Biden here in Brownsville. Yes. I seen that Trump and Biden was visiting over there. So I don't know. It's a lot to process, ain't it?
I didn't see the video, but somebody was telling me that Trump's version of going down there has been backfiring though because of what he did to the border deal, the deal that was supposed to be passed in Congress.
Okay.
And people was yelling and booing and stuff. So I didn't see any of the
Ooh.
video. That's just what I heard.
Well, he's trying to still do what he can do to get some money because I heard that he's struggling and probably got to sell some properties to pay off that, to pay that money, that the millions for that fraud trial that he just then got found guilty of. They say he got to sell some property. And then I also heard he then came up with some shoes. Yeah, some tennis shoes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Chad agrees with you, Money. He said, yes, this definitely is backfiring. But yeah, that's what Trump did. Y'all know he put his foot in his mouth, throw them rocks and hold his hands, hide his hands, should I say. Them little hands.
Them little hands.
But he throw big rocks, though. He throw big rocks, and he know how to hide them hands, though, Money.
Yeah, I was listening to something on the radio talking about, could you imagine that if he has to sell that golf course that he buried his ex-wife on?
Babe.
Who gonna buy it with Ivanka body on it?
Oh yeah, that's what he thinks.
Ivana. What is it? I forgot her name.
Oh my goodness. I don't know, but they said that he possibly, and I think I seen that was one of his lawyers actually making a statement in regards to that. Like he may have to come off some of his properties.
Yeah,
so
some
he's
properties.
definitely,
And he treating one of the properties like a cemetery. She's buried on one of the properties. On one of the golf courses.
Jeez.
And if he has to sell that property,
so they got several holes.
Are they going to excavate her and put her somewhere else? Like, what's happening?
So, right. So it's not only the golf holes, it's several holes. They digging holes and a golf course in a cemetery. Only him would think that was appropriate, though. Like, is you serious? Is you serious? His estimated value is less than what he owes. He thinks back people. I'm over here on the comments, guys, just reading this to you, my brother Chad. He thinks black people like him because of the shoes and the mugshots. I don't know what it is. And I also saying the statement when he came over the shoes and saying like black people like me and stuff. Yeah, you got some trickery up here.
No one has said that to him, like out loud. Like you've made that up in your head. Just because you put a tennis shoe out, if it ain't Nike, we ain't with it.
Yeah, he said it.
I mean, like, be for real. If you're gonna be honest about it, if it ain't an Air Force One, we ain't with it. Like,
okay, a Jordan
on the side of a shoe,
a Jordan. But I also thought that I think that I had seen something too, like one of those rappers. I don't know who it was, DJ Khaled. I gotta look back in, so this is not a fact. But I think it was one of them that was saying that they just had to buy the shoes just because of, Trump. No, you didn't. You ain't had to buy those. But they said they like red, white, and blue.
They gold, red, and blue.
Oh, okay.
They completely gold, like that aluminum foil gold. Like that's not we don't wear stuff like that. We're not that kind of flashy.
Oh, I feel some type of way. I gotta look him up. So you made it so big. He trying to. He think that it's gonna be geared towards us, and we gonna like them. Los, I know you the sneaker connoisseur. I know you didn't see those things.
Running through my mind. They like them old, and then they look like them old, like super high top basketball shoes that they used to wear back in the Disney.
Oh, Trump think he know y'all.
When basketball players used to wear the tiny shorts. Trump
think he know y'all. And then, of course, we're going to have a lot of those yike people. Why do we say yike people now? Why we can't say white people? but a lot of the white people going to be thinking of just trying to be cool, right? But I know he's probably, not saying he lost some supporters, but, they probably like, why are you catering to those? Yes. Those shoes make Walmart shoes look like Jordans. They are ugly. Look at Walmart, and that's what I was going to say. Now, Walmart has been having some shoes, them Avias, and
They
everything
got
else
some
like
name brand
that.
shoes in Walmart now too. I've noticed.
Yes, they did right. Steve Madden's.
Hmm.
The and Walmart ain't cheap either, like they used to be. That's what I said. I said, hold on, wait a minute. They on the new school Payless prices because I remember when Payless was
That's
over
exactly
there.
what it is. They took up the slack of Payless. That's exactly what they
Yes,
did.
and when we went in I remember the last time being able to visit a Payless because I used to go in there and grab a little bit, and I was so wait a minute. If I want to pay that up in here, baby, I can go over here because Payless had definitely inflated their prices. Wow, they $500 a pair.
And then come to find out,
Ooh.
they only licensed his name. They're not his shoes at all.
Mm. The trickery. He trying to get money off of
Hmm.
it.
If you go on that shoes website, it actually says that he doesn't own this company. He doesn't own the shoe. They licensed his name. They just like all he does with everything else.
To see what he
They're
can
not really
do.
his shoes. Like you're not going to see him walking around in them shoes.
Right. He not gonna be walking on the shoes. And I hope
No.
he ain't lied to get the deal, for this company and say, I got this or whatever that I can invest in it. Try and get some money real quick. But I hope it flops. I hope it flops.
And then the shoes ain't going to be available to July, August. So
And look, now, so when I'm talking about leap of faith, y'all better not leap up in them. Or I'm just feeling some type of way I see you with those daggone shoes on.
I got them shoes falling apart as soon as they hit the water.
Mm,
They
gold.
just look like they're going to fall apart. They just look like they
They ugly, ugly. You gotta
You know
find us
that
a
aluminum
picture,
foil,
money.
that they wrap the balloon weights in the party stores. That's what they made out of. Mylar. That's what it is. It's called Mylar. Those shoes are made out of Mylar.
Ooh, the other plastic, the other rubber.
It looked like she is plastic, but it looked like aluminum foil.
Yes, 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 yes. So Chad just was basically saying, I guess, just adding on to it, that Biden is just, I guess being a bigger man, telling him, come on, like work with me on it, to handle this immigration. And Trump is, because he looks at Biden as a competitor. He ain't no big boy. He ain't gonna be able to do that. He ain't no big boy. He ain't gonna be able to do that. And he don't care about looking some type of way and not being kind of. He don't want
You
to
know
be an ally with other countries that are definitely essential, and that's staying, safe and stuff like that. So he don't want to do that shit. He don't want to do that. But I'm glad that Biden was able to be, the bigger person and present that to him in regards to working on some of these issues and stuff instead of holding up Congress and spewing his rhetoric. I think that's very smart of Biden, to do that. Like, because Trump, what the problem is? He just trying to get in there and get that money. He trying to do it every other way that he can. But he not going to be president.
please.
He is not going to be president. I declare, and y'all make sure y'all agree out there, he is not going to be president.
Mm.
Yes, yes, yes. He did. He did. Trump wanted to be a dictator. I just don't seen. I'm going back and forth. I told you I love when Brother Chad come on here and talk to me. But I'm going back and forth, and I just also seen something that Trump was kind of no. Someone was saying about Trump was like Trump ain't worried about being president. He trying to build his army. That's why he continues to spew this rhetoric and all this other stuff. And get people on his side because a lot of his followers they do got like seriously, he can say anything. He can say anything, and he know how to get them fooled. Like, did you ever watch those interviews like of Trump supporters when the guy used to go around and he be asking them questions? Well, wow, what you think? And they had no clue. Just because he said it, and just because they support him, they just yes, he trying to be Putin. He trying to get back on Putin. And remember, we talked about those statements he had made about the alliance and people paying for their protection through that whole organization that was like developed back in 1914, 1941. I gotta go back through my notes to say it, but I mean to see exactly when the date was. But yeah, he already said that they'd tell him do whatever, whatever. And everybody was saying that was his friend. That was his friend, the ruthless Putin and Trump, just dumb and just wicked. And what I was also saying earlier, where I missed the thought, that me and Lana was talking about, love and hate. Like, if it ain't, what's the opposite of love? Hate. So if it ain't love, what it is? Oh, stop acting like y'all know. Stop acting like y'all know stuff. Stop acting like y'all know stuff. So all of this stuff that Trump continues to spew is definitely hate. But I want to show some love, some love. Gotta share some very sad news with you guys, because I just loved him. Yes, if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm ready to tell you. Because I'll be telling you, if you want to know, you gotta watch the show. Who I'm talking about is Mr. Eric Mays. Yes, Mr. Eric Mays was a councilman in Flint City, Michigan. Mr. Mays has transitioned actually Saturday. So what was Saturday, the 24th? So I'm out at the Comedy Factory laughing with my best friend on his birthday. Mr. Mays was transitioning. Guys, he was transitioning. He transitioned at the age of 65. And he was definitely known for his outspokenness, his just, I don't give a damn. I'm going to say what I got to say and how it need to be said. He definitely was one that stood on business. He used to crack me up. I used to, when I used to watch his videos, he's been on several reels and everything else like that. A lot of content creators have recreated his stuff just right from him being in the board meetings, him just being on point, getting on people and just having his little sayings. One of them I was saying, when they go low, I go lower. Notorious for calling points of orders and points of information and things of that nature. I know that they said he had ran for mayor, I believe in 2022 or 23, where he was not successful, but he was loved not only in Flint City, Michigan, but all around the world. I'm telling you guys, he definitely was famous. That's how I know about him, from all the social media platforms. Used to be on there. So if you have never experienced the camaraderie of the wonderful Mr. Eric Mays, his personality, please go and do so. I feel sorry for you that you didn't get to experience it while he was here, but he definitely was loved. And me, being a queen, all the in Baltimore City, I loved him. Like I said, I just loved his attitude, his demeanor, because it like reminded me a little bit of me. He used to say stuff that be in your head when you be like, what I mean, you're in a professional setting. So, just imagine this person at the city council meeting and really, having things to say, and instead of, biting his tongue, baby, he used to let that tongue rain, okay? And while he might not have the best bedside manner, so you see, or people would think, as we talked about that before too, what people think is socially correct, or you're not doing something in the way that people think you should be doing it. So if you see someone on the council meeting, they supposed to be talking, yes, and being a certain way. And, Mr. Mays, he had his points and he made his points. I am definitely going to miss seeing new videos of him and catching or whatever, but it's a ton of them out there, guys. So Google them, baby, and enjoy. Rest in peace, Mr. Eric Mays. Yes, our prayers and my loves go out to his comrades. I remember watching him a video when he came up and visited Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley showed him a whole bunch of love. I think that was one of the last memorable moments he had with like one of his colleagues who I seen posting too on social media, sharing those videos when they came and, had the whole experience with Ricky Smiley, and he was on the morning show. But when I tell you, hilarious and humble at the same time, and definitely used to run that mouth, but was running it for all of the right reasons. And I was sad. I was like, dang. And, it was like I came from the comedy show and I'm laughing. And of course, he's been one of those individuals who has brought laughter to my life and fed my soul with his little antics. And I was like, dang, Mr. Mays, I was shocked. I went on there, an official like statement had came out. Yeah, because he's famous, okay? Saying about he had transitioned from this life. And I was like, wait a minute. So I started doing, my little checks, making sure that what I was reading was true, and it was. And I actually had notified some people on like the Facebook, and somebody was talking about him. Somebody I know kind of uses his name as their name, and they were saying, and I was like, yeah, and he done passed away. He done passed away. But he's definitely been getting love. Like, just like me, everyone is shocked that he just transitioned like that. I mean, I ain't heard from him, seen no new videos or anything like that when I'm saying I haven't heard from him. But, I don't know. I thought he was doing well. So I don't have any details on to the reasonings or whatever. But at 65 years old, it could be financial causes. I'm not sure if he had any previous health issues or whatever. But listen, that don't matter. Flint City, Michigan has lost a great man. And this girl here in Baltimore City has lost someone too. Because Mr. Mays, I gotta look at your videos and just laugh. And he has definitely inspired me. And guess what? And the love and the memory of you, I don't care where I'm at. I ain't gonna bite my tongue. I ain't been biting my tongue for a long while. Anyway, I just learned how to pick and choose my battles. But Mr.
I'm
Ertman definitely
wondering,
used to be battling up in there. What happened?
did you give a cause of death?
No,
Oh, I
I
hope it
didn't
wasn't
know. That's
foul
what I
play.
said. I'm
I
not
hope it wasn't
exactly
foul
sure.
play.
I didn't see any information about that. It just said that he transitioned. I looked in several sources to try to see. So that's what I was just saying. Like, I'm not sure exactly if he did have previous health issues that led to it. But at the age of 65, African American man, yeah, that's typically the lifespan. So again, I don't know. It could have just been natural causes his time. If you know, like I know, you're in tune with your spiritual, like, yeah, age ain't nothing but a number in that whole room. So to make it to the age of 65, yes, he truly was blessed. The age I am today, I'm not 65, but to make it to my age that I am today, I'm truly as blessed, me being in my 40s, just 40s. Look, I even started telling people I was in my 50s the other day. Little young bang trying to talk to me. I said, baby, I'm 52 years old.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for you. Just to get him on my way. So I just wanted to make mention of that. Rest in peace, Mr. Hermes. Guys. Next week I pray I bring up a little short something like that so y'all can see what I was talking about. But Google him, baby. Like I said, because he definitely was famous. Rest in power. I say peace. Rest in power. Because guess what? He definitely was given no justice, no peace while he was here. So even in that spiritual realm, he is more powerful, okay, than he is. So if you hear him, say what you gotta say. And in the memory of Mr. Beans, when they go low, I go lower. And so far, it has worked. I swear to goodness, I used to love him, yo. I used to love him. I used to love him. Be like, okay, he said what he said. One of the meetings, one time, y'all. Let me just tell y'all this story before I move on. I'm over here looking at my notes, like, what am I going to talk about next? That I have in front of me. But one of them, right? They was in the meeting, and a lady was like, "Mr. Mays is not being germane," and he was like, I can be Jermaine, I can be Michael, and I can be Tito. Now ain't that something? She in here talking about the Jackson 5, and I'm trying to talk. So he was funny. He knew what Jermaine meant, but he used to do little stuff like that, be like marking the people. Do I have the floor? Yes, you do. Yeah. Call in supporting orders. I'm telling you, when I get off the show tonight, I'm gonna just look at some of them and just laugh and just laugh and just laugh because that man was hilarious. But he was about his business. He was about his business. the same day on time. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Oh, wanted to also speak on moving right on along. So that was a what and a what. That was like a dedication. I wanted to show Mr. Maximum, but that was like really a what and a what for me. It always is like that, right? It's like when you just see somebody and he is transition like that, it's just like always a what and a what. That's why I'm telling you, you better live. And salute to you, Brother Mays, for living. Now, last week also, we talked about Wendy Williams. Y'all know Saturday, her documentary had came on February 24th, the same day Mr. Mays transitioned. And that documentary came on, and guess what? Y'all trying to kill Wendy, talking about everything that happened to her is what it was supposed to be. We touched on it a little bit too last week. You know, I was telling you about her issues and how the statement had came out that she had that frontal dementia and that asphyxia. What was it, Moni? Am I saying it right? Asphyxia, and then
Aphasia.
also aphasia, no X, no X.
Aphasia.
Okay, good. I spelled it for y'all last week. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know I mean one, right? Yeah, you do. But and then we talked about that, the diagnosis that she had, because some people was wondering, you know, like where she was at, what was going on with her. We talked about you know, the speculation on allegedly this dementia being like an early onset because of her excessive drinking and everything else like that. Now, I gotta be honest with y'all. I ain't look at the documentary yet, right? Because I was just thinking, because like I said, I gave Wendy her kudos. You know, she's been one of the women that has inspired me in this journalism thing. And just like I said from the jump, you know, Wendy, yeah, she the one who made this whole type of setup what it is for real. She's always to be reign supreme in that area for me. Okay, that area for me. Now, when she went onto the show to have Wendy Williams and stuff, again, I commit, I wasn't really looking, but she had the hot topics before it was hot topics on the Wendy Williams show. You feel me? So I respect her for that wholeheartedly. And she was doing her thing. You know, things happen. She's living life. That's what frustrates me sometimes, like about celebrities and stuff hitting. Like, y'all be acting like these people ain't human or they can't go through anything or whatever. And the reason why I'm saying it like that, to put it like that, because even though I ain't look at that documentary, baby, I seen a little clip of it. And when Wendy showed them feet, talking about she can't even feel 2% on them. Oh my gosh. I felt for her. That's why I said, I don't even know if I want to see the rest of the documentary. I want to see her as I see her. I also seen some as I remember her. You know what I'm saying? And no, she is not deceased. She is still doing well, but I just want to remember her how I remember Wendy. You know, that smart, that witty, or whatever else like that. It's sad to see because I told you I experienced that far as with my dad and with the dementia, and then my mother battling cancer. You know, it's been in her brain, so you know, a little off. Should I say? So it's just sad to see. Period. When you know someone for something or being a certain way, and then something just happens and it changes them. It's hard to see. So I was like, I don't really want to see it. And then I'm one of them people that are observant. But I observe with not only my eyes. So, you know, I listen, you know, I smell all that stuff, right? So just from seeing the comments and other people's reviews, you know, it just was real sad. But when I seen that clip with her feet and her, I was so, wait a minute, it was stuff, this lady was really going through stuff and dealing with stuff before the other stuff that we knew with her, you know, her ex-husband and all that other stuff, and with the show because of her health and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, Wendy, yeah, but stuff was really weighing on her mental because I'm gonna keep saying it. When I seen them feet, I don't play with my feet. I need to get a pedicure this Saturday, but I just was like, oh, like I really cried. It brought tears to my eyes. And again, I'm disgusted. I think I said this last week on how people are really putting it off like, oh, it's karma. Like, yeah, that's what she get. All of that stuff and everything she talked about people, but who she hurt? What she do? I always say a lot of times she was speaking her truth. Uh, like Eric Mays, she might not have had the best bedside manner in telling it, but she was telling her truth. Wendy came with receipts And then also the awesome thing about her is that she never backed down from a rebuttal. Like, they wanted to come on her show and talk about or what they disagreed about, whatever she said with him, she did that. Like, she did that hands down. She ain't did that and used to say, "Come on, baby," and be like, yeah, she did that. So why people would wish that kind of bad on people would say, "Oh, because they deserve that." I know before, kind of like, who's the lady who I love too, Tabitha Brown, had blew up. Wendy had made some comments about her on Hot Topic, about her letting her husband stop working because she was now feeling like she was being more successful in her career. So all of that. So people were saying that she's a real spurs in time and Whitney should have never spoke on her. And then she was such and such. Like, no, what's going on and everything in Wendy's life, regardless of how we looking at it, it's meant for her. We all got to live our fight, regardless of how we looking at it and how we believe came on. It was meant for her. And I pray that I manifest that everything that she's going through is going to make her a better person and she's going to come back better. I actually seen some statements from her brother who was saying that, she's better than she was on that documentary. I guess that was like the beginning of them not really knowing what was going on. Her still drinking. And again, just being in that life, not having nothing to do, eating, can go, yeah, Wendy love a cocktail. She like a good cocktail. I mean, just like how we are, yeah, she probably drank more when her husband cheated and had this baby. Like, yeah, come on. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? All those years, like, her whole world just crumbled and stuff like that. So y'all stop being like that. Stop being like that. Seriously, that ain't right. I don't understand how y'all feel good or can say such things about somebody receiving so much strife in their life and everything like that. Like, no, that ain't right. And I don't like that. Even if I ain't agree with nothing that she did, I definitely would not be wishing her. And it's not something that I would enjoy seeing. You know what I'm saying? Even with my enemies, I don't enjoy saying that. I might have that thought. Like, bitch, I hope, because I done had those thoughts, right? I hope they, okay? But at the same time, I kind of always recanted myself, like, God forgive me. I know that ain't right. I know that ain't right at the same time, and kind of like let it go. But yeah, stop wishing death and bad on people. That ain't right. So my prayers go up to Wendy Williams. No, I did not look at that documentary that came on, but yes, I do want to see it. I do want to see it. Am I right in that? Oh, that's coming on. It says, "Oh, so sad." Yes, that story is sad. Violence is told. This story is sad. I ain't write that. I ain't write that, but guys, it is so sad. Chance said Misery Love Company. That's why they downgrade her. Yes, Misery Love Company. Misery Love Company. But guess what? It be lonely messing with me. I'm just saying, don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. Don't.
That other comment was from Instagram. That's why I come
Oh,
up
it was
with
from
it.
Instagram. Yes, I just said. And what's even more sad to me is that really somebody can be going through something like that. Like, put yourself in her shoes, and you not truthfully ask yourself, you not understand why somebody would drink, or if they was drinking excessively. Marnie was making that point before we got on here. It was like, just because sometimes people indulge in different stuff don't mean that they are addicted. So I don't know if it was necessarily that at first, but just looking at previous health issues that she's had, aside from those ones that we were just found out about last week. Like, yes. And like I said, those feet. Yes, Londa, those feet. Baby. And that's not shading you, Miss Wendy. That is not shading you, baby. But I'm telling you, I'd have been in somebody's doctor office with these up until do something. But now.
But it's nothing they can do. It's nothing they can do. There's no cure for it.
Oh my gosh, Money. And I'm laughing to stop from crying when they put him down there, and I was told, ooh, baby Wendy. I did not know. I know they used to look like a little swollen and stuff when I did used to catch little glimpses of her show
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. And I also noticed her look changing because, you were telling me about certain things and the reason for her eyes and stuff protruding or whatever else like that. But that's another thing too that I hate. Like they be trying like Wendy Wendy was a bad
Mm-hmm.
woman. She was bad. We pulled up one of those things like when she first started, like, yes, come on now. When she had let out that information about she had, slept with somebody, was it Method Man? And they was acting like they was, but my Wendy was looking, yeah, good back
Back
in the
in
day.
the
She
day.
not
Mm-hmm.
no bad looking lady. She not. And of course she done had, I guess, issues and stuff like her weight coming down and stuff like that. So, she was a little funny built. But she ain't get no operations and stuff. I believe she had got a breast reduction or something because she had them real big boobs. Or she got something
Okay.
added to it or something. But I ain't
Mm-mm.
exactly sure.
No, she had no, her breast been that size for 20 something years. But
Right.
she
That's
had
what I'm saying. She had them
lipo.
real big boobs. So
She had that
everything else
around the
looked
world
it
lipo. But
right.
that was
Everything
like
else looked it small, her long legs and stuff. And she said her
mm,
little pumps.
she had that
But
around the world lipo, but that was still 20 something years ago too.
right,
And she had
right.
a C-section from having little Kevin.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Stop doing her like that. I'm trying to get over here to some of these comments that was on Instagram. Yes, I guess fan was agreeing with me. Like I'm hating how people are saying karma. No, this was her livelihood. Exactly. Like she was doing what she loved to do. Like that was her passion. Like that was her gift. She was doing it. And that's what I'm saying at the end of the day. The way people are saying, like, oh, that's karma. She did it. What she do? The people, but do our job. It was a journalist that had her radio show and flourished to get her own daytime show where essentially she ain't doing nothing on there but like gossiping with people. So I don't know. I don't know. Yes, she was. She was lit when she first stepped on that side. I'm telling you, Wendy was bad. She's still not a bad looking woman. But those feet, I hope all of that. Her brother did come out with a statement that says that I guess, she has a little bit more clarity now because, yeah, she probably is, refraining from drinking alcohol, whatever. They said that she is living in a non-disclosed location. So I don't know. Maybe it's in that type of, treatment facility. No, not for the alcohol, but actually to address the dementia, to like help her do that, some type of therapy or something, because there's nothing they can really do. But I remember my dad was going through it, like there's certain activities and certain visits and conversations that you can have with a loved one and stuff when they going through that may can bring it back. You know what I mean? That may can bring it back. I mean, they never had that clarity that they always had, but according to her brother, when he talks to her, I guess she's a little bit, sharp now or whatever. And like I said, I hope I get to see it, like her come back. And what she was talking about on the documentary, because I seen one of those clips too. And when she was telling her son about a show that she wanted to do, and her mom still was like, "Yeah, she know what she's talking about. She want to do it. She want to do it. She wants to do it." Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. What is that? Violent Star say, what's going on though? Is her family not even talking about? Mm-hmm. Right, Chad. Her family don't know where she at. Like she's in a non-disclosed or whatever. Her manager, her agent, or whatever. Like it's a whole mess. That's another thing too. When you got that money and people just do like your life is like, yeah, it's. But I just pray that whoever hand she in and they try and handle the business or whatever, I don't know the whole, that they do right by her. That they do right by her. Like, don't sink her out. Because a lot of people were saying that was not right, that they shouldn't even came out with the documentary. But it may be something strategic, y'all. Listen. So I know I say when I speak on it, right, things are bringing forward to tuition. It might be something that the good sister, go ahead, let her be strategic. She getting that mind deck, getting a little bit sharp, you feel me, ready to make that move to come back on the scene and say, yeah, show them. So when they see me, I can bust out. What I tell you, don't watch me, watch God. So don't put it past her. Don't put it past Miss Wendy Williams, because she was genius for just setting the tone for talk radio, and then also being able to transition like that and still be able to do your thing. Yes, Miss Wendy had the whole world talking about how you doing. That's huge across all different cultures. You know what I'm saying? All races. I know Monty, Monty was a fan. Monty kind of liked to do his show like that, where it kind of like, that Wendy said and put up the little picture, and just do voice. And so we understand that transition. I did radio where it wasn't nothing like that. This was radio, you'll hear me talk on an AM station and stuff. So you wouldn't necessarily see my face. So even being on this type of setup is different. And it does. It takes a while to get adjusted to that. And just like I said, she flourished and she did her thing.
It does. And I still can't get adjusted to it.
Right, it does,
like
right? It does, because it's like I gotta be on point.
Like y'all staring at me. Stop staring at me. Leave me alone.
It's myself, right? It's myself staring at me, and it's really, because y'all know I always share my truths too, right? I tell you, I deal with a little slight of OCD. I ain't got no official diagnosis, but I don't need none. I know what's up with me and what's going on with me. OCD and BDD, body dysmorphic disorder. That's what I'm saying, like, about those feet. Like, if that was on me, like, I would die. Like, y'all would be talking about, my issues and trying to get big weight, but anything that's going on me and I see it is 100 times worse. I don't care what nobody say. You hear me? And same out about my boys or whatever else like that. So I'm like reserved. I don't really like to take pictures. I say that I am going to start doing that more, because sometimes that's going to be all the memories you got, right? We talk about life and you living, and I understand that now. So I do need to start taking more pictures, capturing the moment and stuff like that. And, just loving myself more. And that's how I stay sane with it, right? Not that you ever gloat over what someone else is going through, but I've been so chill. Here you is talking about your legs like elephants, and then till you see something, you come across something, and then you see somebody with, they got a tumor and their legs really look like an elephant, and you over here complaining. Or you talking about this bump on your face, but they was born with this big tumor, you can't even see their face. They looking like a elephant, or like, crying about growing up being a monster. You talking about they look like a monster. You talking about you short and your arms, or your fat hanging on your arms. Y'all been seeing me on the show all day because it looks like it's hanging into the floor to keep it covered. But yeah, little stuff like that. And there's people that's born without arms. Chill, please. But I just hope Wendy, takes that leap of faith and she be back like she never left. Like, I come back every Thursday. But just like I say, to show that the confident, I don't care if your mind was gone and nothing else like that. But like, yeah, she really to me, because I've been hot. I'd have been at somebody's doctor trying to get some new feet. But Moni said there ain't nothing you can do. I'd have been like, it's something you can get. Ain't nothing what they say money can't pay for. But it's a lot of nerves and stuff and all that down there. But
yeah, I mean, if our feet is only 2% useful, it's nothing they can do to restore that. It's not coming back.
So she can't feel it, but she can walk on them. So how's she walking?
I mean,
she might not have been walking at that time.
She just can't feel it. The feet still work. She just can't feel it.
Oh, and that's scary. You ever try to walk when your feet was your leg or something asleep or no?
That's great questions, because I was asking a nurse friend. My best friend is a nurse, and I was asking her about it because I was wondering, like, is it a well, she didn't know. Just to answer that question, though, she didn't know the answer to the question I asked her. But you know how when diabetics have feet issues, if they get a wound or anything like that, it can become gangrenous.
It does.
It's gangrene, which will lead to
I know someone that happens to, and they actually had to.
My grandmother had her foot amputated, so I'm not talking from like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I actually witnessed that happening.
Ain't that sad?
Yeah. So I was wondering about lymphedema. That's what she has in her legs. If that is a possibility, like if she gets a wound or something, will it become gangrenous and she have to? If that like the extent of of it. Like when that happens and your feet become useless, the feeling is now gone. Is it a possibility that it could become gangrenous and she might have to get them amputated? So I don't take that. We're
Right.
talking about this in third party basically because we're not talking to her. But
Right.
is that a possibility that she could lose her feet and up to her kneecap?
Yes, because they look
Because it's
bad.
affecting all of that.
They look
That
bad.
skin is
They
folding it's like the skin is falling off
shit.
the bone. That's what it looks like. The skin is coming off the bone and drooping down into the feet.
Mm. And that's what I'm saying too. Like, so imagine, you seeing that and being able to see that on someone's outside. And
Mhm.
y'all really not understanding how this lady possibly can be feeling in the inside.
Right.
And why is
And
some
what
other
she's
stuff?
mentally going through,
Yes,
knowing that these things that all of this stuff is coming and hitting her at once. And it all seemed to culminate after she found out about the affair and the baby and all
yes.
of that stuff.
And then
Then
being
all of
married
this
to this
stuff
man
came.
and really loving your husband because when he loved him
Mhm.
and all of that other stuff, and then going through all this
But the
stuff,
one thing that she
knowing
can't
that you're dealing
actually
with this,
express
man,
is that
right?
she can't express that she was surprised this happened again because he cheated on her before. Once a cheater, always a cheater. She used to always say it
Yes.
herself.
And her
Once a cheater,
questioning
always
herself because us women or people, we do that. We do that typically in a relationship when someone cheats on us. We look we believe it's a flaw in us.
but the one
You get
thing I
what I'm
could say about her,
saying?
she always said once a cheater, always a cheater. But she also said the only thing that about being a cheater is that it's not necessarily a deal breaker unless you have a
Have a
baby.
baby. And that's what he did and crushed her soul.
Hmm.
Crush her soul. And then also imagining, that's her passion, like I said, being on the radio, doing her talk show. And so you got all this going on, your health issues, where you want to jump back and see what you love to do, what has been kind of helping you go and doing. Y'all know when y'all have an activity that's kind of like therapy. I've told y'all before that sometimes I'll be feeling like it. Today I was like, I'm tired. I don't be, wanting to come over there, but because, I don't like to cancel my show. And I don't like to be like if it ain't a certain time frame, I'll be like, well, I gotta go in through with it or whatever because I already played with money time. One time before where I thought was like, wait, when he's in the bed, I'm so okay, that was just that Scorpio coming out, but I was so he right, he right, girl. Don't feel no type of way. But yeah, like y'all don't get it, like
Mm.
all of that. So and
But
then
and I
just
say all of that. What I was saying though, to say that I understand why she's drinking. That's a lot to hold on to and be sane. Sometimes you need
yeah,
that drink to give you that softness and to relieve that pressure in your brain
absolutely,
from
Marty.
having to think about that
Absolutely.
all the time, or to
And
even just go to sleep.
right. And then not being able to, on top of not being able to do your passion on what you love to do, and then also having to be home watching everybody just like report on your stuff,
Yeah, and then not
speculate.
only that, now the
That's
bank
more
wanna
stuff
tell
on
me I
your
can't have
mental.
access to my own money. Now the bank telling me I
Right.
can't have access to my own money? No.
Right. Because
I mean,
even
I'm going
immediately when it happened, like even immediately, like when that happened and that came out about her husband cheating and the baby and stuff like that, like Wendy was still holding it together. She was still holding it together. I remember she had an appearance on a talk where she was talking about it, keeping it real, letting everybody. She did it on her, she came out like, yeah, she told us that tea. Ain't nobody else told us that.
The
That
one
was
thing I can
Wendy.
say about that thing about her money, though, what we all need to do, especially if you got over $100,000 and you got that in your savings account or you got that
They,
sitting somewhere in your 401k, you need to find some person that you can trust ultimately with anything in your life and give
mm,
them a piece of and give them the authority of power of attorney if anything if you
right.
become incapacitated. You need to have that written up, drawn up, a living will, all that kind of stuff, because the stuff that she's going through right now can happen to you. I don't trust these
Yes,
banks as
it
far as I
can.
can throw them. I don't give. I've actually never trust the bank because every time they can give you an overdraft fee on stuff that they actually allowed to go through when they knew they
Right.
should have declined it.
Right.
and they did it so they could get a fee from you, then that's what they're going to do because they're there to make money off of you,
Yeah.
and then hold your money and use your money to make more money.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
anytime they put
It's
money in
something
that
to think
savings account,
about.
they
It's like I
can
say,
directly
when
invest
you
that.
when you get to see stuff like this, Monty, and like I said, you never feel good about seeing someone else going through when you know you go through things yourself. But I'm telling you, when you are blessed to be able to see people go through and you still live, you know what I mean? Like, yes, y'all
Because there's
pay
no way that she
attention. You're
needed a
supposed to learn from
conservatorship.
that.
Because there was no way that she needed a conservatorship like this when she has a living son, which is the heir to her throne. Okay.
Mm,
And I've been through that before where somebody tried to steal money from me from the death
okay.
of my
But
father.
they said the son was spending like $100,000 on DoorDash, so he was tipping.
But not without her permission.
Right,
That's
she
what they
was getting
forgot to add that
right.
part.
Like, why y'all mad about that? So
That she authorized everything that he
it's
did.
looking real funky a little bit too, because that's how it is when you got that type of money. Everybody be fighting over your money, but no one fought for you, or that love for you, or to speak up on you, or whatever else like that. I'm gonna go over here and read a little bit of the comments that I missed a little bit because we was in it. Yes, Chad, yes, I believe that's exactly what it is. The numbers and the fee. I don't know if you spelled it right either, but yeah, she going through something like that with all of that. Can't feel. She said they 2%. 2%. Have you ever sat on a toilet long and your legs and your feet go numb and you try to get up or try to get up out the bed in the morning? That didn't happen to me. And not numb and trying to walk on that. Yes, that's a lot. Um, he was saying, doesn't it make it a problem if she's drunk on the job from past info? Oh yeah, they probably done talked all types of stuff about Wendy and everything else like that. But let me tell you like this: she ain't the only
The
one.
only reason why it makes a difference though today on the job is because she's on TV. You don't want to appear drunk on TV. But they used to
Right,
drink and everything on her radio show all day long.
right, all day long. But
Popping bottles.
I ain't
She would
never
pop
really,
the
like I
bottle
said,
up.
never really
She would hold
peeped
the
the
bottle
show.
up
But the
to
moment that I did, it wasn't she drunk. Now I know a lot of people was trying to speculate and say that was the situation that time that she fell out, right? Was
she would
she
hold the
faint?
bottles up to the microphone on the radio show and pop the bottle.
Yes. Yes, she did. Here we go.
They would drink all day long from what was it, 2 to 7.
And be like, oh, oh, because yes, she
Especially
did.
don't let Mariah Carey come by. They would have bottles.
Yeah. But people enjoyed her show, so I don't know, Chad, if she ever used to be drunk on the show. I know that it was a whole bunch of assumptions when she was dealing with a medical emergency during a live broadcast of her show where she's actually fainted, and a lot of people were trying to say like she was drunk or whatever else like that. But
Oh no,
yes,
I
trust and
watched that
believe
show. I was
in
there
those
for that show.
professions of being a celebrity and trying to just up and go. Unfortunately, a lot of them deal with, a lot of them sleep deprived, deal with substance abuse and all that other stuff. So she ain't the only one. And stop acting like
Oh no,
she
I
is.
actually was watching that show live on TV that day when
You that was
that was the
scary.
holiday the Halloween episode. But as she was doing Hot Topics, you can tell something was actually starting to look wrong because her eyes was actually bulging the whole entire show. She couldn't
And she
clear.
probably was already feeling dizzy.
Yeah. So
Because
she
I
was like,
remember when
she
she
didn't
was,
feel it
yes,
coming on, but she felt it as soon as she stood up that something was not right.
yes. And when she went to go get it was sore. So she probably was. Yes, Chad was still, talking about getting in trouble drinking on a job on TV. Yeah, she probably was. She would have, but I ain't never heard her about getting on TV. I know it was a lot of people saying that was the case, but no, she did have a health scare. And if she did, she probably did. Of course. I just was explaining to you, like, it's a task to
What's interesting
transition.
that
So
that was
again,
the if you remember that time period, that was actually the start of the rumors of Kevin's
right.
infidelity.
So she might have been, yeah,
That was the
she might
start
have
of the rumors
been
of
to try to
infidelity. That
take
she was
some of
starting to
that.
find out the house that he bought her with Wendy's money. All that stuff was starting to come out, and
Oh,
then the baby came out, and then that's when she filed for divorce.
right. So, baby, how you doing? And Wendy, I hope you be doing a whole bunch better. Stop doing that. And I mean, it's not hard to believe if she was drinking and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, we got doctors who hitting all that before they go into the operating room. Like, real talk. Getting home and stuff like that. Just stop acting like people ain't living life and going through stuff and, can't feel nothing. And guess what? If you're not dealing with a substance abuse issue today or any type of health issues today, you better give praise to God because nothing makes you exempt.
That's why I say it was it
Nothing.
was it was actually very. I think it was very cathartic, right? Because I don't believe she thought she would ever be going through this again after she went through it the first time with him. And then she went on to Howard Stern back then when he did it back then and embarrassed his ass.
Right. And
And
she
she didn't think
stayed.
she would ever do it again after she embarrassed him then on live radio on Howard Stern, millions and millions of listeners.
Hmm.
And she embarrassed him while he was standing right there and she was looking right in his face as she was saying, if you ever cheat on me again, dot, 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 to his face. I wish I
Hmm.
could pull that interview up because it was real poignant. And she pointed to him
Yes.
in his
Pull
face
it
and
up.
said,
Pull
if
it
you
up for us,
ever cheat
Money.
on me
That's
again.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all a treat. Next, we're gonna show. I'm gonna try to pull up some clips about, Eric Mays who was giving me laughter. And Money, yeah, pull it up so we can get him something. We can look at something. Too. Be looking at the pictures. But you can see a little video. We do that too. We do that too. I appreciate all of y'all over here talking to me. Chad, say what? Long as she doesn't be like Oprah. What you mean? Elaborate. Well, we ain't gonna get to talk about it again. Tonight, good brother. But good, we gonna talk again. And when you come back next week, we can talk about it. Go ahead and elaborate so I know what point they were saying. They all do it. Yeah, they all do it, Londa. They all do it. At work, ain't even gotta be no celebrity. A lot of people doing it that we don't even know. You best to believe a lot of people doing it. And then, also in society or whatever, people, look down on what is not socially acceptable. I know people that been looking down on marijuana for forever. And then like now that it's legal, oh, it's okay. Like, oh, is it the government that said that it was legal and it was okay to smoke it? And I was
My,
telling
my
you all this.
question is always this. My question has always been this, right? You can try to call it a substance abuse, but if she don't have no work to get to, what's wrong? Why? Why are you trying to stop me from having a good time? Damn time. She ain't
Yeah.
got no job. She
Cause
ain't got
look, you
nowhere to
ain't supposed
be.
to do it like that. That's how they
Oh
look at.
well,
That's what we
oh,
talking
she in
about.
her
About
own.
supposed to be
My problem is that she in her own home. It ain't like she walking the streets and putting people out, other people in danger. She at home.
right,
She ain't got to go nowhere. She's not going to work. She ain't got nothing to do but lay up in her bed all day long. Why is it an issue for everybody that she's drinking? Mind your damn
right,
business. Stay out of my damn
right,
condo.
right. I mean, of course, enjoying her life and dealing with whatever how she
It's
dealing with
not
in her
enjoying
own
her life.
well.
She's
But
dealing
we
with
know
stuff,
that
using that
alcohol
as a
does
crutch.
have its detriments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So not only does it affect your mind, it affects other organs and stuff like that. So that's my only concern against drinking because, like I said, my father was a drinker, baby, and I'm real careful because with this Indian blood running through me, and I know just watching my father, like addictive behaviors is in me. So
I
certain things,
absolutely right there agree with Chad. I absolutely agree. I think it's abuse when it interferes with responsibility. Right at this moment, her
right,
only responsibility is to take care of her health. If the
right.
doctors haven't told her drinking is interfering, then because the only people that we hear talking about her alcoholism is her
But I'm
family,
sure it
her
probably,
son, and her sister. And her
right,
sister
and I'm
don't
sure
drink
it
at all,
probably
so she don't know nothing about libating.
right. But I'm sure I'm sure it probably was. Like I say, I know. I didn't know like why I was on something on my father, but yes, I know that it does. So versus her drinking excessively or not, in the manner if you're drinking something, daily, it's bound to have an effect. You know what I'm saying? It's bound to have an effect on you. And then with alcohol, we
For
know that
some,
takes
some people have a bigger alcohol tolerance than others.
right.
Can't put
They do.
everybody else's experience on
They
everybody
do.
else.
But you can tell a drinker, baby. That's just like you can tell a smoker. Some of y'all just overdo stuff. Y'all just do too much. Enjoying the festivities, but you know, don't make yourself sick. That's all I'm gonna say. But I don't know if that was even the case for her. Because like I said, she was just going through stuff overall, period. Yes.
That's what I said. Look at her life. Her life was is a mess. Not
A
just medically,
mess.
but personally, it's a mess. If
And then
I'm
y'all
going to drink
acting
this
like that
bottle of
lady ain't
vodka,
had no
I'm
right
going to
to
do
have
this
no
bottle of
drink.
vodka in my privacy of my own home. I'm
Y'all
gonna
acting
take
like
this
that lady
bottle of
ain't had no
vodka
right
to
to
my
have no drink.
head
Right.
because I
Y'all
want to
better
feel
stop
different.
it.
Not that I want to feel better. I want to feel different.
Right.
Because there's nothing going to make me feel better right now. Alcohol is not going to make her feel better. It's going to make her feel different.
Nothing.
It's going to make her
Nothing.
feel something other than that pain that's going to be swelling for
And that's
a
what, like I
while.
said,
That
it took
pain
me
is
there.
still
Because when I
happening right
seen them
now, by the
feet
way.
drop, baby, and I
Because you got
seen
to
how they was
understand that the pain that she's feeling from that divorce, that's still happening. Even though all her medical conditions, that mental condition that happened from that divorce is still hurting her
it
today.
takes you back. It
She
takes
even
you
said
back.
it in the documentary. She still thinks about him often.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't see
Yeah.
it, but that's what
I
she said. She
bet.
said that in there.
I
At one point
bet.
that
We
she
done
still
all had
thinks
our stuff.
about it.
We done all had our stuff, baby, where we try to stay strong and everything else like that, but at the same time, like I say, you staying strong when you're going through stuff, that's just like the norm. But people say, you gotta stay strong, you gotta do so. That's just like the norm. So people feel like you gotta stay strong even in those moments when you're feeling weak. And I know
Mm-hmm.
when you are viewed as being a strong person and people typically see you like that, like a lot of times if you're not all the way there, people take notice. And it's okay to have
Yeah,
your weak
in
moment.
her situation, it's not even about that one thing. It's compounded.
It's a
It's
whole bunch of
this,
stuff.
this, this,
Just
this,
like
and
it
this.
would be in our lives. That's the
Mm-hmm.
whole point that I was making, the same way that it would be in our lives. It's things that,
Except for hers went to the extreme of making her have dysmorphia in her
right,
body, and now mental conditions on top of that is leading to almost something like onset Alzheimer's and all that
right,
kind of things where she's forgetting stuff or
right,
she's
the
getting
dementia. Yeah,
angry with
it was
people for no
dementia.
reason. If you've seen the documentary, I saw a different Wendy. Like she was
Oh,
angry. She's angry, and
and
she
that's
was
what I'm
angry with
and see, and that's what I'm
everybody.
saying, because I've been through, and that's another point that I was making. Like I done been through some stuff, but the whole world don't know about it. So that's another
Mm-hmm.
point too. You get what I'm saying? And have to have
She
and try
said
to
to
keep
one
that
of the
straight face.
a nail technician that came to do her nails in her apartment was in there, and she said, "I don't want that color. Are you stupid?"
Right.
Just like that, like if I'm doing your nails and you said to me, "I don't
She
want
ain't
this damn
mean it.
color. Are you stupid?"
She
I would have
ain't
told
mean
you
it,
get
did
your
she?
ass up and get the fuck out. Come on.
She ain't mean it, did she? I had seen a little clip too where she was telling her assistant, you need to get some lipo with.
That part. Now you say you imagine I'm sitting across from you taking notes and you
Her,
tell
mi-
me I gotta get some lipo.
her mind ain't right.
This,
She
that's
said it,
it.
but she wasn't saying it.
HR, can you cut my check? Go ahead and cut my check because I'm getting ready to sue this hoe.
She said it, but she wasn't. She ain't mean to say it. She said it, but she ain't mean to say it.
But no,
Yeah.
because it was so in what changed the whole entire tone of that conversation right there is at
Hmm.
the end when she said to her, "I'm so sorry," and I felt so sad for her because at first I was like, "Why are you talking to this girl like this?" And then she was like, then when she
She
like
ain't
kind of
mean it.
like it kind of dawned on her,
And
"Oh
that be
man, I
another
shouldn't
thing
talk to her
too,
like
a lot
that."
of times, because and then I shared like when my mother or like my father with that dementia, a lot of them are combative, like they fight or they do
Hmm.
something. That's
It was like
because
I
they
shouldn't have
cannot
it almost like dawned on her
communicate
like I shouldn't
or
have said that. I shouldn't have said that. And she was like, "I'm sorry."
yeah,
And she
she
said, "I
ain't
understand,
mean
Wendy.
it.
It's okay." She was like, "I understand, Wendy. It's okay. It's okay." And I was like, "Oh my god, that was a horrible thing to say to her." But it was endearing that she felt she backtracked and felt that she said she shouldn't have said that. But when she told
Mhm.
that the manager's the manager's staff member was showing her outfits, and she was like, "I do not like her. I don't like her." To the lady
Or
face, the lady's still standing there, like she was just, "I don't like her. Like
she
I don't
don't
want
know.
her."
They be saying anything. They be saying anything. They might even hit you, baby. My father, they used to be like, yeah, he banged me in my chest. I'd be like, y'all keep calling me like he meant it. Hell, man, they going through something. You know, they when that dementia and stuff sets in, they think
You
anything, they
don't
say
know what's
anything.
happening. You really don't. You
Yeah,
really
you really
get
don't.
low
You really
cloudy
don't.
in
They
your
don't mean it.
judgment.
They don't mean it.
The
And
judgment gets
dementia is
low
not the
cloudy.
only illness that I had you like that either.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, when you are going through something, like I said, can you imagine having the ability to be able to do something and then in a blink of an eye, you can't? I'm talking about your ability to do something physical or to do something in a mental aspect or to think
Mm-hmm.
or to be able to write your name and something just happens. And so, yeah, stop playing with people's lives. Y'all better live, but don't be wishing death on people either. I live for Wendy, and I certainly live for y'all tonight. Yes, y'all was
Mm-hmm.
joining me tonight, and didn't we talk about it? All in
Mm.
the what in the what, and all in the what in the worlds. But it's about that time for me to get up out of here. Just got one more last thing to say. You better take that leap of faith. All right. I am the goddess Chaz Thrill, the Empress, Lady Cake Mix. Come back next week, Thursday at 7. I'm gonna be here, same time, same station. Hit me up if I ain't on here, Chaz Thrill _7 on Instagram. I gotta get a little bit better. Look, I ain't even got 1,000 followers. Help me out, y'all. But I'm on Facebook. I'm gonna keep on coming through with my love. If you need any information about the show, about Be Exposed, y'all know the emails, info@beexposedradio.com, as well as being a guest. Just put that in front of at Be Exposed Radio. We would love to have you. And then also, if you're interested about being a sponsor or anything like that, possibly getting your own show, yeah, you can do it. Make sure you reach out with either one of those contacts. And guess what? You can show me some love. Cashapp, # Be Exposed Radio. God loves you. God bless you. It's more to life than dying. So, yeah, you better live. I see y'all next week. Hey.